If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I'm not gonna let someone take my ideas and concepts and get away with it. Look, I didn't invent hair clips, but we were one of the first in the market to have a size range for different hair types. Now there's many dupes, and that's alright, I've come to accept that. But replicating my product, my social strategy, my overall marketing strategy, creative direction, and e-com, that's too far. I'm not the only one to notice this. We're unique in our marketing strategy, which means that it's recognizable when it's copied.
We live in a world where literally anything we could ever want is available at our fingertips. We're bound to run into issues when it comes to e-commerce style businesses. So this is in the style of small shops, small owned businesses, and eventually they're going to be scaled to bigger ones. Like I think there's one called Pink Lady or something. I'm not so with it with the influencer shops, just the people that come across my feeds when I'm online. One of the issues, and this is what sparked in me to want to talk about this today, is the issue of the claw clip. So what you would have saw in the opener there is this woman is claiming that another company has ripped off her ideas and her marketing strategies. And while I do see that as a serious problem, my problem lies with somebody claiming a product is theirs.
Handcrafted and adhered, quality checked 3 times,
and you're looking at the designer.
And calling everything else dupes, because we live in a world where you can say dupe to anything, but really, I think a lot of people don't realize is a lot of products come from China.
China?
Michael, how's the dentist?
It was great. China.
Are you okay? What's wrong?
Everything here was made in China, Pam.
Yeah, that's where they make stuff.
They used to make stuff in America, Andy, but we're falling behind. Did you know that? China is a sleeping dragon that is just beginning to stir.
That's just the fact of the world. Majority of products that we have in our countries are manufactured in China. Now, not everything is created equal, just like we can buy something that's made in Canada. I'm Canadian, which is why I say that. You can buy something made in Canada and it could be made from somebody who's like really attention to detail with something, and then it could be someone else who is not so much attention to detail and just wants to pump out things of lower quality. You know, when you see like custom cups and stuff like that, I've seen ones that can peel really easily, and like when you get t-shirts made, sweater companies, those types of things, that has really interested me, but it costs a lot on the outset if you want to do it right. So like there's people who do embroidery with that, and I think that's amazing, and that's a higher cost value, so you can sell it for more. And there's people who you can literally iron on something and that will potentially peel. And then there's sublimation, which is like the top tier if you're going to heat press something onto your clothing. It doesn't do it in the same way. It's not like something that'll peel. It's hard to explain, but if I'm able to find a graphic, I can show you guys that. But
as I briefly mentioned before, sublimation does not add an extra layer on top of your fabric, versus a 2-step heat transfer printing method actually leaves a thin layer on top of your fabric. So the feel is going to be much different. So
why I say all that is because how not everything is created equal. So I'm also speaking from experience here. I'm not just someone who's thinking about a topic and talking about it. It doesn't really matter. Everyone has the right to do that. But I personally have experience opening a small business in Canada using the supplier chain that I want to address in this video, and that is Alibaba.
Sure, everybody's been talking about Alibaba from Silicon Valley to Wall Street, and why shouldn't they? Alibaba is pretty huge. It's the world's largest e-commerce company. More than 80% of all e-commerce in China happens on an Alibaba site, and its IPO might be the biggest in world history. But those are just numbers. What makes Alibaba even more interesting is that this Chinese company can connect you with millions of manufacturers around the globe capable of making just about anything.
Video is from like 8 or 9 years ago, so a lot has changed with Alibaba. It's actually a lot easier to just download the app. There wasn't an app at the time, there's just a website. I actually tried to order from Alibaba in 2017. I ordered something that never showed up because I didn't vet the manufacturer that I was buying the products from. So it does matter who you have as your manufacturer and how their communication style is. I wanted to start a jewelry company, and my suspicion is a lot of these companies, like all the ones that you see as influencers get sponsored by, I believe that they buy from overseas, and then maybe they have an engraver. That's just going off topic, as I do. I go into little tangents sometimes. But yes, Alibaba has changed a lot in the recent years. It's a lot easier to contact people in China and get almost instant answers. They are mainly available, in my experience, from our evening into like overnight. So you have to be a night owl who's willing to communicate then or wait for your answers. But if you contact them when they're open, then you're able to get instant replies. And I found it really exciting to contact suppliers. But the thing that I've learned about Alibaba is the problem with that is that anybody with money can buy product from Alibaba. I went in a business with an acquaintance at the time / friend. You need money, you need capital to start your business. And the great thing about having a resource like Alibaba is you don't have to have an invention. You can just have a desire to want to sell jewelry, sell clothing, sell claw clips, which is partially today's topic, baby clothing, which is what I did. And like I said, not everything is created equal. So Alibaba is actually super great. The problem is that my personal belief is that people saying that they designed or made something themselves, or is almost claiming it's their invention, which is what has made me so annoyed with this claw clip BS that's happening on TikTok, is that this girl from Cove Essentials is claiming that there's dupes of her products, and everyone thinks that anything on Amazon is just like a dupe. Like there was this, her name is Tiffani Beaston, YouTuber headlines covered her on, she had a product, it was like a diffuser, and people are like, oh, she bought a dupe and she's passing it off. Look, I found it on Alibaba. You know, the original company probably bought on Alibaba. Like there's millions of users of Alibaba, and I highly doubt that anybody else really invents a product themselves. A manufacturer can, yes, make a mold for them and stuff like that. It is quite rare. If you hop on Alibaba, you'll see so many products. It's unbelievable. What any kind of business you could ever want to get into, there is a supplier for that. Just like play couches, I totally believe the Nugget Couch, all these companies, I'm not saying this is fact, but this is just my suspicion, is that they all buy from China. And that's why they do pre-orders, because they don't possibly have the finances to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on play couches. And so that's why there was a delay, because the play couches, it's cheaper to ship over the sea. I looked into it. It's cheaper to ship over the sea, but it takes months to get here, which is why all these companies have drops and stuff like that. I'm going off on a tangent right now. I wasn't even planning on talking about play couches, but to me,
I am so passionate about this because I know about it.
And I've experienced using these things and researching them. And I just really hate, especially now with inflation, it's like we're all not rolling in money, you know? Yes, there's always going to be the rich. There's always going to be people who are more well off than others. I just find it very wrong when, I don't know, I guess this is just how business works, you know? Like, I guess to each their own, we have to just be okay. This is how business works. And I'm fired up because I know that there are cost-effective options or cheaper options for things. And obviously people just want to make a big buck, which is just, this is our world. You know, this is how you make money. But where I come into it is when people say that they invented something, when they just found a supplier, a wholesaler who has a product, they thought that was a great idea. Let's bring it to this country and sell it. So that's where my problem lies with everything. So I want to first share my experience with Alibaba. When me and this friend decided to start our business, we both went on Alibaba, and she went on like another company as well to search for products. And everything varies in price. Of course, you can get things that are like $1 something a piece to like $10, $12 a piece if you're willing to sell that item for like $100. And the quality obviously is reflected in that pricing. It also depends on how many you buy. There's an MOQ number. So they say if you buy from this much to this much product, like say 1 to 20, then it will cost you $4 a piece. If you do 20 to 60, it will cost this. I'm just giving random numbers, but that's how it works in the scale of pricing. And it took a while to vet products because you have to ask for videos of product. And you know, most of these companies, just like you see with small shops, is they put filters on their images, which I ran into the issue of this really cute set that I have. And it, hopefully I have pictures that I can put on the screen, but it was really, really cute. I still actually put it on my baby, this one. My son wore it, and then now my daughter wears it. But it is sweaters, and it's such good, like it's like Zara quality, like really good quality in my personal opinion. I love it. It washes well. It's not soft brush inside. I prefer sweaters that aren't soft brushed inside, like a nude nice color. It looked almost like yellowy hue when we got it in person. So they actually refunded me partially, I think like 30%. I can't remember the exact number. I don't know. Or they sent more product. Something happened there. That's the one thing you have to watch out for. And I had my business partner, she had ordered a product and she paid $50 for one item, which is so crazy. Or was it, yeah, $50 for each item for a sample. And I found, okay, well, if I'm going to buy $50 worth of product, I'd rather buy $50 worth of product to see how it is versus getting a sample and then buying one. It may not make sense to you guys why I'm even saying this. Like, I don't know why I'm saying that, but I just want to give you the nitty gritty details on what it's like to actually order from these companies. And so you have to talk to them. I also see how they respond to me, or do they seem desperate? You know, you can see how many times people have ordered that specific product. When I went on the app to do research for this video, I saw that the app has changed quite a bit. And there's like new factories popping up all the time, but you'll see a lot of the times there's like multiple factories who make the same item. But yeah, that was my experience with Alibaba. And I had had great experiences. I bought from multiple suppliers, different products. They were really great quality. One of them was actually the same supplier and the same set, which is Maybe Baby. It was literally the exact same set. So I found their supplier. So that's what I'm saying, is that most of these small shops, some of them are quite large, that use Alibaba, which I'll get into just a little bit later into this video. As a society, we have a preconceived notion of things from China being poor quality, high chemical, and just, shit overall. But this is not true. It really depends on the supplier and the manufacturer that you use. And it's up to you as a business owner or potential business owner to do your vetting on a product. Everything I got, nothing smelled. Nothing had that deep, disgusting smell. But what you have to know is that with Alibaba, there's actually companies underneath it. AliExpress is one of them, and they produce very cheap products because they're using cheap manufacturers. And sometimes the same factory can produce cheap and higher quality. But it was, like I said earlier, about you pay more and you get a better product. But someone like AliExpress is just trying to appeal to the masses. So they're going to buy a lower cost item in a high quantity so that they can pump it out, and they're just gonna have people like you and me hoping that we're gonna buy it and not care about the smell, or if they air it out in their warehouse, then we wouldn't have the smell here. Every company has the potential of having something stink, but then the company airs it out. In order to believe that Alibaba is a true business, like they make billions of dollars, like one of the highest e-commerce businesses in the entire world of wholesalers. They're obviously doing something good and that's working, and it's making it available for people like myself who want to start a business, and people like these other companies to start a business. It's making it possible for people that maybe like 10, 15 years ago, this would not have been possible, because how can you just contact a random company in China? It's just, that's not possible. So I don't want anyone to think, I should have said this at the beginning, but I don't want anyone to think I'm meaning any ill against any of these companies, okay? I am just not happy when someone uses a lingo like this person's copying me. Yes, marketing strategy is a big deal and someone should not be copying that, but I don't want someone to call other products that show up on the market from the same manufacturer or company similar and say that they're dupes, because I'm sick of this language. Other than huge companies like Lululemon, there's going to be dupes to those, that aren't as good, because Lululemon has the capital to buy a high quality product and have like the top tier, right? But when you are a small boutique, you do not have that. So they are not somebody who has the money, unless they're like rich already to begin with, like Kim Kardashian with Skims, to create a top tier product and have that money. Like, that's just not possible. Let's just go into this claw clip thing, because it has been on my mind so hard. Okay, so I'm going to play a few things for you from this whole claw clip gate, claw gate, hair gate, whatever it's being called. It's not getting talked about that much. The thing I'm not for is bullying, okay? The fans of Cove Essentials are bullying Jones West because they're saying that she's copying everything. In my opinion, Cove Essentials is completely unprofessional in their talking about this. They could make one video, but she's like, I'm not going to stop talking about it. It's like, for me, as an unbiased individual, maybe I'm biased in the way that I know Alibaba and stuff like that. Like, I know how that works. I think the girl from Jones West is handling it really well. So I'm going to roll I know I played one of them already at the beginning of the video. I'll play the second one for you of what Cove says. So Chelsea from Cove Essential says,
I will make as many videos as I need to bring awareness to the deceitful marketing of Jones West. There were far too many people commenting on our videos saying that they thought that their videos were ours. And that's a big problem. You guys were so supportive in their comments, over 1,500 comments on their videos tagging us, and I so appreciate that. However, Jones West has quickly caught on, and they have filtered any words containing Cove so that they'll automatically be deleted from their comments. Those videos that had 1,500 comments now have 200 because all of those supporting us are gone. They have also limited comments on Instagram. They know what they're doing and they don't care. Imagine my reaction when I saw the video they posted this morning. First, let me show you our content. Jesse, can you prove to me that this is boyfriend who swears he isn't gonna break it proof?
What do you want me to do?
Just try to break it. Now watch this.
Babe, can you try and bend the teeth back on this?
Backwards.
Just bend them backwards.
This brand got called out for their wrongdoings and are continuing it. Again, it's not about the product, it's about the brand identity. And the fact that they replicated our brand identity for the same product takes it too far. So if they're gonna filter their comments to avoid people finding out about their lack of brand integrity, I'm gonna make as many videos as I need to so that when people search Jones West, this is what they come across. I'll also be pinning these videos to the top of my feed for the most awareness. Again, thank you for everybody who has supported or sent over kind words. I really appreciate it. I put over 3 years of hard work into my brand, and to have this happen is so disheartening.
right after that, I'm going to roll what the owner, Gemma from Jones West, her only reply she gave on TikTok to this thing.
Now, this is the one and only video I'm going to be making as a response to this drama. Now that I've let this settle down, I want to make a few things clear moving forward. My mission will always remain the same, and that is to produce the best quality hair products for a community that is not catered to in the industry. I have created a product that has never been done before, that no other brand could or would do. I'm not the only brand in the world that sells hair clips. However, I am the only brand that sells the biggest one, because I've been working my ass off for the last 12 months designing it when no one else would. Measuring it at 15 centimeters, it caters to a market that has always been excluded from the hair accessory industry. This is people with the thickest hair, the longest hair, braids, curls, coily, locks, afro. For the past year, I've seen brands refuse to acknowledge the need for such a product, implying that it's unnecessary. But after launching last week and seeing the traction it's gotten, that is clearly not the case and has made other brands feel threatened. At Jones West, I'm proud to provide a never before done product for the people who need it. And if someone wants to make petty videos about me and my brand, painting a narrative to suit them in an attempt to destroy me in my first week of business, then so be it. I wholeheartedly stand by my brand, my vision, my product, and everything in between. Now, for those of you who have supported me in my first week of business, I couldn't thank you enough, and this is just the beginning.
My personal opinion, this is just my observation. I don't expect everyone to agree with me. I think, so if you hear my children, my husband's downstairs with them. My son loves these lights and the camera. He wants us to be up here, which is why he's being loud. I think that Gemma from Jones West handled this beautifully, okay? She's still posting. She, yes, is deleting the negative comments because why would you want that on your social media platform? She's handling it like professionally. Cove Essentials is not. From what I see, she has not talked about it in like maybe a few days, but she is like dissing her and talking about the big claw clip. Like, you don't need a big claw clip. Like, it's like, I think she said, I don't know what language she used to say that it's like dissing a big claw clip.
Bigger doesn't mean better. I've been in the hair clip market for 3 years. I've tested so many different sizes and shapes, and I'm here to tell you that bigger doesn't mean better.
But then she came up with a TikTok saying that they're trying to work on it. This is hilarious to me. So I'll show you that TikTok.
This isn't your 14 centimeters. If we made it any longer, it would look a little stupid. I had to block out specifics because we apparently have eyes on us now. If you know, you know. I just sent these sketches off to production. I will make a video when the sample comes in.
So as you can see with that TikTok, to me, that sketch looks like hilarious because that's not a sketch, okay? She buys it from Alibaba. In my personal opinion, I can't verify it, but I can slightly verify it because I have a video that I made talking about all of this. She's now saying she's going to come up with a bigger one, and that sketch in that video is hilarious to me because it looks like not a sketch. And I think it's going to be like this, like Gemma's style, which is the two clips, okay? That's the thing I think she's gonna do because there's no other way you can do it. Just watch her product that comes out is gonna be that. I wear claw clips, as you can see here in like all of my videos. I always have claw clips because I'm a mom and I don't want my hair in like a ponytail all the time. I get a headache, and with wearing a claw clip I don't get a headache. So this is why I'm also passionate about this, because I can never find ones for my hair. So I'm gonna roll for you next is me actually testing out claw clips. If you don't want to see that, just skip ahead to the next part. Okay, here is a test of all of the hair clips that I own. And no, I did not order a Cove clip or Toni Rose or a Jones West clip because I don't have the disposable income to pay for it, and I just don't want to. The hair clips typically in the past that I've used have been this style, which is the overlapping teeth. So when we see the companies talk about a comparison from their clip to other clips, they typically are talking about like these clips that we see. So don't mind my hair. I literally never wear it like this. It's just my natural hair, and I want to show it from different stages. I did not do a video of it being dirty, but we all know that dirty hair holds clips a lot easier. And then there's this one from Amazon. It's a lot smaller, as you can see the difference here. This one I use all the time and it holds my hair really well, but as you can see, the teeth do not overlap. And then I got my new ones. I'm missing one because my kid is, one of my children are playing with it right now. But this is, I just got these from Amazon, and it's packaged beautifully. It came with 4, and then this one is a lot bigger. So there's this one comparing it to this size. See, a lot bigger. This is the one that on their sites, the other companies, they'll say it's 13.5 centimeters. That's what this is. And I'll show you all of them together. This isn't my job, so I don't know how to hold them. Okay, so this is all of them together. It's hard to see. They're not lined up perfectly, but that is all these clips. And I will show you now how they work. Let's start with the shape that everybody knows, which is this one. So it's made from plastic, whatever. Okay, So I'll just do what I normally do, which is I just like twist it. I'm not trying to look like the cutest thing ever. I'm not a fashion girly. Okay, so this is it. That's how it looks. And then I'll do the shake test. We'll see how that goes. So as you can see, it did come loose. I have super thick hair, so it's not attached really to my head part anymore. It's only attached really to like the bundle of hair. But it's also because it's curly. When I straighten my hair, you'll see it's a lot different. And then the next one, we'll do this one. I'll show you what I do. Like this, and I twist it, and then I hold it up like that, and then I'll put this one here. I can only ever really get the top of the clip to touch my hair, so then I'll shake here. So as you can see, that one was a lot worse. Now this one has been my favorite clip I got from Amazon like a while ago. On my YouTube, I did like an Amazon favorites. Before I was even at 1,000 subscribers, so it had like 20 views. But now let's put this one on, like this. Okay. Ow, it hurts my head. It didn't budge like at all. I didn't really do it like as perfect, but like this is amazing. So what I have found, before I ordered these ones recently, because I was like, I really want to see what a big one is like, and I didn't want to order from these companies, I found that it's literally this shape. So I was like, okay, maybe it's the square or rectangle shape, you know, of the inside that helps it hold. But then my brain actually started working, and I think it's from how the claws are. Although Cove and Joe, I don't know if Joe's best. I know Cove has like a small clip. I'll insert a picture somewhere, but they have a small clip that overlaps like that. But I don't know if it's because the material it's made out of too, but that makes no sense because this is not made out of cellulose acetate that they always talk about. This is just plastic and like resin, I think. Sorry, my boobs. I'm breastfeeding, so my boobs are just like, I'm not a boob girl. Anyways, I think it's because they don't overlap is what I think why they hold so well. And then now, because I have like, so my hair, like I said, is very thick, like very thick, okay? I have a lot of hair, it's so thick. I wonder if I would have like really nice curls if I actually did them. Like I've never tried that before. But this one's huge, and I want to try this one just to kind of see. Oh yeah, I was saying I have thick hair, and I typically get my hair thinned, so it's normally a lot thicker than this. Okay, let's see how the big one works. There we go. So this one, I didn't do that good of a job, honestly, as you can see. Now I'm actually shaking my head like crazy and nothing's happening. This is crazy. So I'm assuming if you have braids, it might work better, but I can put the picture somewhere here of what the brand is on Amazon in Canada, and then this is just like what you could get if you really want to get like a big one. And you don't want to spend $1 bajillion. But look, there's engraving like the way that Jones West does theirs. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so we are back at it with my clean hair. So this is like the test everyone knows when you have clean hair. It's like the worst for holding a clip. At least that's my experience. Okay, we'll just do it in order of the ones. Let's see how it goes. Not too bad. Doesn't really hold. When you move in the day and stuff, it would suck. But it's postpartum, okay? Next one. Okay, that started to fall. But like if I shook my head enough, I have a headache from doing this, it would definitely come out. And then this one that I love. Doesn't move at all. Last one. Okay. My neck hurts. Don't. I literally curl these in, so, and they're still like this, so just whatever. Okay, so as we can see, this one is the best one. This huge one from Amazon is the best. Then it goes this one, then it goes this one, and then this one. These guys suck ass though when you're like busy with your kids, bending over, breastfeeding, blah, blah, blah. Just living your life as a human. These are really bad. And these ones are good. And I'm interested to see how this is gonna be through like the day and stuff. I'm not really good at like a twist and whatever, but I really enjoy this clip. I think it's really good. So that was the test. So now I want to roll for you the back-end information of these claw clip companies to show you what I have learned on when they start their businesses and etc. So I'm going to roll that. I'm going to do social media first, and then I'm going to work my way back and do the business stuff. So Cove's first Instagram post for their claw clips was back in 2020, November 10th, 2020. Now take note of these two colors here. And then here we have Toni Rose's first post with the claw clips, January 23rd, 2021. So about 2 months after Cove posted theirs. And like I said, take note of the colors. Look at this one and look at that one. Now to me, these are the exact same clips. Yes, the colors look slightly different here and here, but this one's taken in natural sunlight. This is obviously taken in more studio lighting, and these ones are pretty much bang on. Like this one and this one are pretty similar to me. And it's interesting that they are the exact same colors, right? As in they're like sold in the same pack is what I'm saying. That's what it appears like to me. And from Cove's TikTok back in 2021 sharing about their business, the first 5 months. They said these were their first samples, which again go with the colors on that Instagram post, which is interesting. So what I can find online is that Toni Rose started their company, a lifestyle brand, July 20th, 2020. So before Cove did. So she first started with just like, I don't know, whatever this product is, a cup, whatever. And then went off into scrunchies, and she has a TikTok on which she's sewing the scrunchies, and this was August 24th, 2020. So she was really grinding, and then eventually, as we saw at the beginning of 2021, so like 6 months after this, got into claw clips. It doesn't mean she copied Cove per se, but maybe she just saw it was trending and then ordered them, but it does take time from ordering products to then receiving them. But I'll show you like where I believe they got their products from. So if you search on Alibaba, you'll see these same two clips are sold together in a pack. This is from just one supplier, but there are so many. I can show you a screenshot I took. And when you search on Alibaba, you'll see like dozens of companies in China that manufacture claw clips. So this has been done for a very long time. Take note of that one right there. But yeah, they're all sold in like those two similar packs as I showed before. And here is Chelsea with Cove with those two claw clips, again, those same colors. And here's Toni Rose with that same color one right there. And then what I find interesting about this is they both posted like, look at this cool hairstyle you can wear with your hair clip, which is like just the classic twist. They both posted about that. Cove posted it first on January 23rd, 2021. And then Toni Rose did it second on January 25th, 2021. And you may be wondering, Jessica, why the hell are you even talking about this? Because it's a claw clickgate. I don't know if it's been coined yet. But also Cove said herself on this video, I say Cove, her, because it's like multiple people who run the company. It's not just Chelsea, but she said to check timelines when someone suggested that she's ripping off Toni Rose. So that's why I'm doing this. And if you're curious, of course, there are other claw clip companies and other ones that people are comparing these people to, but I'm only talking about 3 in this video. I could make this video hours long if I were to share about every claw clip company that are similar to these 3. But I want to show you their business information so I can just verify everything that I'm finding, and I'm actually digging pretty deep. So the first person who registered their company is Toni Rose. She did it with her business partner June 15th, 2020. So she is the first one to be registered as a business. Now this is where it gets a little bit hazy for me because as you can see, Cove Essentials registered her business January 6, 2022. And why there's that is because she registered it with a trademark lawyer who now the business name is under that person. So it was very hard to find her business information, where most companies it's pretty easy. I was gonna say super easy, but it's relatively easy to find it. But Cove Essentials, it was quite hard. And now the only other company I can find that's maybe similar that could have been hers that she registered it with was Coverd. I'm reading it Coverd, but it's obviously covered, but she calls herself Cove. I'm going to say Coverd Essentials Inc., which is quite similar, right, to that name. And this one was registered, as we can see here, May 18th, 2021. It was in Ontario, so Toronto, where Chelsea lives. And you may be wondering, okay, why is that in Burlington? I don't know why. She just went with the trademark lawyer in that location. I don't live on that side of Canada, so I don't know the distances exactly. I'd have to look it up on a map. But if Chelsea had her business registered, I already checked it by her name and everything, couldn't find anything. If she had it registered, then the earliest I can find a registration for her business is May 18th, 2021. And just for shits and giggles, I wanted to check, why would you trademark? And it just says protecting the value of your company in Canada is a reason that you would trademark your business. So she trademarked her name. You can't trademark a product because that product, like I said, my assumption is she got it from Alibaba. So you can't trademark that because she didn't invent it, right? And then business-wise, it does say that if you earn under $30,000, you don't have to register for GST, which I know because I had my own little small business at the end of 2021. And so I know we did not have to register. We did register for it, but we didn't have to register for it. And it says that most businesses do have to register with CRA though. So she could have had her business under a different name. I'm not trying to be like whatever. I'm just saying it's just easy to find the other information. It wasn't so easy with Cove. And then I found Jones West's information as well. They are in Australia, and she registered January 6, 2022. And then when I go to the next page here, when I clicked on the details, I could see that yes, Gemma is the owner, and it was registered as she was the owner from December 5th, 2022. And it had like her name, so I just didn't want to share information because that's not my business to share. But yeah, she registered the latest, but it's interesting. And if you're curious what the companies say themselves, Cove says that they are a Canadian-born brand, which is true because they are from Canada. And Toni Rose doesn't say anywhere on here that they are Canadian other than like they're from Montreal, but they don't say like designed in Canada. Not even on the website, I can't find anything. And then on the Joan West website, it says that they are a small female-owned business located in Gold Coast, Australia. And then the only design that she did, not only, I'm not trying to minimize it because it is good, is that she worked with suppliers to get like the biggest claw clip, which she talks about in all her social media. And I think this is actually true because when I looked at all the dimensions of all the other websites, I can see that they have claw clips that are not as big. I think hers is maybe half an inch bigger than every other company. So it's pretty cool that she did that. So remember on that screen recording that I showed you of Alibaba, I said, remember this clip right here when I was scrolling past? Well, if you see here on TikTok, Cove posted a gift pack, something like when you get married or whatever, but it looks the exact same. Like I could definitely be reaching, I know, but they look the same to me. This is what it is. And I have zero issues when using Alibaba. I just don't like when it's like, people are creating dupes on my product, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, if you use a manufacturer in China, that's totally cool, but just don't make claims that aren't true, you know? And also I'm pretty confident in that at least Cove used Alibaba is because I found this shipment information from Chelsea branch. It says in Burlington, so it kind of lines up with everything. And it shows that she ordered something April 23rd, 2022. And that something is hairbrushes. It says 11 hairbrushes, probably just a sample. And it says she got 2 shipments. If you pay for this website access, you can retrieve more information, this is very interesting to me. I actually really like learning this stuff. But yeah, there's no harm in using Alibaba, but I just don't like the claims of like, there's dupes of my company. And like I said before, whatever. It is what it is. So for me, timelines are really important. As you would have saw, if you've seen any of my other videos in regards to the Jody, Hildebrandt, and Ruby Frankie case, I really find timelines to be extremely important because then people can't make the claims that they want to make. Like Chelsea was saying, she said check timelines. It's like, okay, I am checking timelines and showing that because she didn't invent the claw clip. Yes, she has her marketing strategy, but her and Toni West did the marketing type things at the same time, which is stepping on the hair clip. Hey, can you break this hair clip? Look, I can't break it.
Here, not only are our clips inclusive, they are durable. Like really durable. Really durable.
Compare. Random. Oh, there's.
Now we're going to try a durability test. Do not do this at home.
happened a lot quicker than I thought it would. Let's try this one. Okay. Clip is still intact. Which clip would you choose?
Because that is the selling feature of something that is made with cellulose acetate, which is what these women claim that their things are made from, which they obviously probably are.
And as you know, cellulose acetate
Range is made from a durable and sustainable material called cellulose acetate. Right away, I can tell you that our clip is made of cellulose acetate.
The thing about cellulose acetate is it's like a recycled fiber, and their hair clip comes in like one whole piece versus like a normal claw clip.
The claws. Claws are a separate piece from the claw clip's body. Our clip is actually made of only 2 pieces of cellulose acetate. You can see there's no glue connecting the claws to the body of the clip.
So the ones I'm going to show you in my break test, which are like my whole test, I did a video because that's like what their whole claim is that their clips hold better than regular plastic clips. So this is a normal hair clip, right? So you can see it is all one piece. So they just say like it can't break because it's all one piece. I haven't tried to break it. Let's see. Oh, it actually won't break. That's so weird. Oh my God. I didn't even think I was going to do this, but look, it won't break. This is literally what they do with their things. They like push so hard. Like I'm pushing so hard. Like you can see my fingers red. Like I'm pushing really hard. So like, I guess it's all one piece. I thought mine was 2 pieces because they're like, oh, it's one piece. That's what Toni Rose says. But yeah, so yes, it's a different product, but these hold really well, which you'll see in my test video. So as you can see there is that they say like, oh, they don't break. They step on them. They bend them. They do all this crazy shit with it. And then when people have it break and they tag them on TikTok,
I'm making another video because I've literally had this in my hair for like an hour and you can already see how much more versus the other video it has deformed, and it is like more deformed at the top here, which is like the top of my hair. Okay, I have an update. This is what the TikTok said, and I also emailed and got a response already. I'm gonna start by saying I'm not a complainer. I've never left a negative review. Like I'm not one to do that, but I'm having mixed emotions about my experience. The email people responded and they basically said the same thing, like because it's a plastic alternative, over time it will show slight deformation is basically what they said. They did say slight and they did say over time. She said if I want to reshape it, then I can tie plastic hair ties around it like this and then soak it in warm water, but be careful because you don't want this to rust, so make sure it's nice and dry. I wore this all day and I reset it in the water. It was like this, and it's like this now, which totally fine. Even if it, you know, goes a little bit more like this is perfect, but I imagine over time it will slowly like loosen again and I'll have to reset it in water. Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah.
Did it break? It did.
it's like there's people like hating on it saying like, well, of course, why would you step on a clip? You should expect it to break. And then there's other people who are like, well, this is like their thing. And I'm on more on the fence of this is their thing. Like Cove Essentials in particular, she is always breaking her clips, or not breaking, like always break testing them. And she should stop doing that, honestly, because at least Toni Rose says, don't try this at home, or whatever she said, like, don't do this. And then now Jones West is copying Cove in terms of stepping on it and all that kind of stuff, and like showing her boyfriend, like, here's this, and Cove Essentials showed her boyfriend, like, here, take this, boyfriend, husband, partner, whoever. I mean, a lawyer could weigh in on that sort of thing, but I think you're on tricky ground with that, because Cove, apparently, this is what a comment said, that they have a 6-month warranty, but you can't be stepping on them. But their whole thing is that if you break it, I think personally they should have a lifetime warranty. If you're going to have your whole marketing strategy be stepping on a hair clip, breaking it, trying to break it, like constantly slamming it, like all those things, you can't really tell people like, hey, don't do this when you're the one doing it, and like saying, hey, our products can withstand anything, buy our $25 hair clip. Like, these are really expensive hair clips. I can put all the pricing here for all the companies, but it's absolutely outrageous how much they charge for one hair clip, and they're like, compared to Amazon. I just don't like people getting like bamboozled. Is that the right word? I'm like a justice warrior. Like, I took social justice in college in 2009. I went to Bible school. I took that as like one of my I don't know, whatever they called it in Bible school. I don't know. It's probably not called a major. I can't remember what it's called. It's been so long. But I took that as like my stream of like part of the volunteer work and all that sort of stuff. But I'm really for, like, I hate people getting wronged and lied to. I just hate it so much, which is why I really like doing this investigative work into things. And so I followed like law cases, which is the last thing. And then this is now like business oriented. But yeah, I just don't like it. So to each their own. I'm not meaning hate to these companies, but they're the ones being vocal about this online. And I just really want to dive into it because, I mean, to each their own. Everyone do what they want with their own money, right? If you want to buy a $25, $30 hair clip, go ahead. But you can also get a 4 or 5 pack, whatever it was, on Amazon. And there's always deals all the time. And then I also did find a cellulose acetate one, which I don't need any more claw clips. I already had some before this, and I bought this for the video. But there are other ones that are really cheap, and they are cellulose acetate and have great reviews. So I would say go buy those, honestly. Unless you want to support someone who tears down other women, go for it. It's up to you. Okay, now to round out this video, I wanted to show you 2 businesses that are super popular in the mommy world. I blocked out their information, but if you know, you know. When you see the products, you'll know who they are if you're a mom and like in this whole influencer world. And there's, I bet you, any influencer shop. So I want to show you. All you have to do is take a screenshot of a product and then allow access to your camera roll for specific ones, or for your whole camera roll, whatever you do. I'm someone who chooses like specific ones all the time, which takes me forever to edit because of that. But then it will search for the product on there and find it if it's there. And so if you see like a ton of companies, okay, this is insane. This one company, the first one, is actually not the one that I show in this video, but in terms of like how you search for it. But this one company is, they're from Australia, and these baby sets that are so popular, I saw it when I was starting my company. This company is relatively new. They started in like 2020 or something like that. And I was looking at products for quite a long time. Okay. Over a year looking at products. Like, yes, me and my friend were starting at that time, but I was always looking at products, wanting to start businesses. And these manufacturers had them. Okay. They had this exact set for such a long time. I almost ordered it, but I was like, yeah, not really my thing. I want something a little bit more like neutral, even though this is neutral. I just didn't want that. And this is like their main thing. I was shocked when I looked them up. I thought they were only going to have like a couple thousand followers, but they had so many more than I thought, because when I saw them, they just looked like a China company because of the name of their brand, you know, like it's like an acronym looking thing. They totally buy from Alibaba, in my opinion, because I've seen this product even before their launch, or like at the same time as their launch. I saw this product, and like it's from these Alibaba manufacturers, and it just irks me that people pay so much money for this. It's just so crazy, and they're like supporting a small business when really, is it? I don't know, whatever. To each their own, like I say, to each their own. And then the other one is a massive company. I'm surprised how many followers they have on Instagram, like 600,000 followers. And then I know they have VIP groups on Facebook, and people are like, it's like a cult following surrounding these people. Just like another one, if there's those bamboo sleepers that are really popular, they have those on Alibaba as well, the exact same ones. And I think that that's where they're from. And there's more small shops popping up with them nowadays, more than ever. But yeah, so like I showed in the demonstration, this is the company, and they sell like really cute girly stuff and whatever, all on Alibaba. I like literally was looking up through the first 3 I looked at were all on Alibaba. And I know people are going to be like, well, they're making dupes of that company because they're popular. No, I don't think so. From my experience using Alibaba and searching for them for so many years, I've seen all these products time and time again. They're just buying from Alibaba. Okay. And like I shared in my video, I showed proof that Cove bought hairbrushes from Alibaba. And like I've said, there's nothing wrong with Alibaba. I just don't like people getting online and making it such a big deal that like they're stealing my designs. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but there's certain stipulations, at least in Canada, to say something is either made in Canada or designed in Canada. So if something says it's made in Canada, it's like over 80% of it is produced, and like you change the whole structure of it, 80% of it here in Canada. And I believe this works in the US as well. When I was looking up, I know it's the same with Australia because I looked it up for there as well, since Jones West is there. If a company says that they are carefully curated, if they say that they are designed in their home country, more often than not, it means it is produced overseas somewhere. So probably China. So like all these hair clip companies, they say they design them. They don't really design. Like I know for my company, like there's no law surrounding saying something is designed in Canada. They just take you for your word. If something is made in Canada, there's laws surrounding that. You cannot say it unless actually 80% of the product is assembled and made in Canada. So I'm just making this video not as hate to companies. Like I've said multiple times, this is just for consumers to be aware of where you spend your money, who you support, and just to be conscious, be a conscious buyer. If you're not sure if that cute baby set, because your heartstrings are getting pulled, like, oh, that's so cute, my baby looks so cute. I feel like that way all the time when I look at stuff. You know, it's a $50 set, $60 set, and you don't really have the money for it, but you feel like you should buy it, and like you love this influencer, or you see someone else you see online buying it. Please just pop it into Alibaba, and if you see it like 10 times, know that just don't buy it. Okay, you don't need it that bad. It's like we need to be smart with money, and I want to talk. I need to be smart with my money as well. But I think it's just really important to be conscious of who we support and why we buy what we buy. And we buy it to keep up with other people. Like, influencer culture is so toxic and there's a lot of de-influencing now. And I hope to be kind of part of that de-influencing, because I don't think we need to, keep up with the Joneses. That was the phrase growing up. I'm a millennial. That was the phrase I heard all the time. But I don't think we need to be buying all these products as much as we think we do. And like I said, they pull your heartstrings, especially just being a mom, Okay, so my camera died and I'm editing the video and realized I didn't close it out properly. But I hope what I said came across clearly and that I'm not trying to dox anybody or spread negativity online. I just want people to make smart decisions, and I know what it's like to be a stay-at-home mom on a one-income salary, because only my husband works, and to feel like I'm not enough, and I feel like I'm constantly advertised to, and that I just can't keep up with it. And so the guilt can be there, but once you know all this stuff, it's like the guilt just leaves. At least it does in my personal opinion. And please let me know what you think below. Did you enjoy this style of video? Did you learn something? Do you follow influencers who have these businesses and you've always wondered, where do they get their stuff? I'm wondering what other people think. I feel like this video is only gonna apply to only a select small few people are gonna watch this video, which is totally cool, but I definitely enjoyed making it. But I hope wherever you guys are, you're having a fantastic night. And my plan was to do Vlogmas, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, but I will try to upload more often coming up here. Okay, bye guys.